you wouldn't survive one full day in the Middle Ages. Not because you're weak, but because this world was not built for you. Imagine waking up one morning in the Middle Ages. Though calling it morning is already a stretch. The line between night and day isn't as clear as it is today. There is no glass, no curtains, no clocks at all. People don't wake up with the sun. They wake up when their bodies can no longer endure it. The day begins not with hope, but with exhaustion. The place you wake up in is unlikely to be quiet. Wood creaks, animals make noise, wind slips through every crack. And very quickly, the first truth asserts itself. You are not clean. But this isn't neglect. It's a conscious choice. Medieval people do not believe regular bathing is healthy. On the contrary, they think hot water opens the pores and invites disease into the body. What keeps you alive today is seen as something that could kill you back then. That's why lice, fleas, and skin diseases are not exceptions. They are the norm. People live with them, and after a while, barely even notice them. Before long, you feel thirsty. Instinctively, you look for water. This is where the first real danger of the day begins. Most urban water sources are unsafe. The same river is used for drinking, dumping waste, and as a toilet. People know this, but they have no alternative. That's why beer or low-alcohol drinks are preferred instead of water. Not to get drunk, but because fermentation kills some bacteria. The beer you drink today for pleasure was, in the Middle Ages, a primitive survival technology. Hunger sets in. You need to eat something. You find bread, porridge, maybe some meat. But here, food is not pleasure. It's risk management. There is no scientific way to know whether meat is fresh. No refrigeration. No refrigerators. The most reliable way to know if meat is spoiled is simple. Eat it and see if you survive. Spices are used heavily for this reason, not for taste, but to mask the flavor of decay. Medieval cuisine is not romantic. It is cautious. Every bite is a silent gamble. By midday, you begin to feel unwell. Your head aches, your stomach churns, your temperature rises. Today, you'd say, I just need some rest. In the Middle Ages, this is a frightening sign, but the cause is searched for in the wrong place. Disease is believed to come not from microbes, but from an imbalance of the 4 bodily humors. The solution is simple. Bloodletting. Yes, taking more blood from someone who is already weak. This is why many people die not from illness, but from treatment. Seeing a doctor is not always good news. Sometimes it's a point of no return. And it gets worse. The concept of contagion is unknown. Someone coughing is considered a personal issue. There are no masks. Quarantine is rare. As a result, diseases like the plague can erase entire cities within weeks. People don't understand why they're dying. They only see the number of dead increasing. Not understanding breeds fear. Fear breeds harshness. Knowledge does not grow. Tension does. At this point, physical survival turns into social survival. Even if you're still standing, you are not safe. Because you are a stranger. You have no identity, no records. Standing in the wrong place, looking the wrong way, even being too quiet, can arouse suspicion. In the Middle Ages, Crime is not always judged by evidence, but by perception. And perception is often shaped by the fear of the crowd. When the sun sets, everything becomes clearer. Night begins, but not the night you know. There are no streetlights, no glowing windows. Darkness is almost physical. Visibility is limited to a few steps. Night is not a time for rest. It is a time of danger. Those outside are either criminals or prey. Which one you are doesn't really matter. Whether you survive until morning isn't even a statistic worth recording. And at the end of this single day, only one truth remains. You do not belong to this world. Modern humans are accustomed to antibiotics, clean water, law, and explanations. Medieval people adapted to absence. They survived because they had no other option. Everything you rely on is missing here. That's why the issue isn't endurance. It's incompatibility. You wouldn't fail to survive a single day because you're weak, but because you were born in the wrong time. We look at the Middle Ages and feel fear. But the real lesson is this: the safety we enjoy today is not humanity's natural state. It is a learned privilege, paid for with disease, hunger, and blood. And history whispers one final warning: comfort is not permanent. If knowledge is forgotten, darkness can always return. What makes this unsettling is not how cruel the Middle Ages were, but how normal all of this once felt. None of these people thought they were living in a dark age. They weren't waiting for progress. They were simply surviving inside the limits of what they knew. Disease felt inevitable. Fear felt reasonable. Suffering felt ordinary. The danger was not the pain itself, but how completely it blended into daily life. And that may be the most uncomfortable thought of all. If knowledge can be lost once, it can be lost again. If people can adapt to darkness, they can learn to live inside it without realizing what they've given up. The Middle Ages are not just a distant past, they are a reminder. Not of how far we've come, but of how fragile normal really is.